So recently, there has been a lot of discourse over on TikTok around he, him lesbians. And it was actually something I was thinking about a week before the whole topic came up online again. I know for me personally, he, him lesbians is something that I have struggled to understand. And because of all of the discourse that has been going on online recently, I think I found the perfect video, which is why I wanted to show it to all of you and hopefully have it help some of you in the same way it helped me if that is something that you don't really understand. I will have the content creator whose video this is down in the description, so please be sure to check them out and let's get into it.
The problem with he and lesbian discourse is that you're trying to understand a culture with a decade's worth of life experience with the first sentence that you find on Google. Disclaimer, if you comment before you watch the video, I will block you. I want to get the biggest boogeyman of he, him lesbians, and it's a cis straight man pretending to be lesbian to get woman, which is Drake. Yeah, yeah, lesbian girl, me too. I believe with that thought process, we're ignoring people that are non-binary, men and women that are trans and gender fluid people, and it's because they have an untraditional background when it comes to the love regarding women. They didn't grow up as cis straight men. They didn't grow up with the same experience as cis straight men have, so they can't identify with being similar to a cis straight man. So you might ask, why can't they just call them bisexual or pansexual or any other sexuality, right? And that's where the culture part comes in. I would never police a lesbian calling themselves gay, because culturally, I understand why most queer people would call themselves gay. Gay as a word is another umbrella term for a lot of people to describe themselves, whether it's lighthearted or not. And people understand it as an umbrella term even when it's contradictory to its known definition with man loving a man. So if you can understand people using the word gay as an umbrella term to describe their experience, why can't people use lesbian as an umbrella term also to describe their experience? Something I see is that the more mainstream queer culture gets, the more people try to understand it from a heteronormative point of view, and that's not how you're supposed to look at it. From the good words of my homie Sage, a lot of y'all are not trying to accept different perspectives. A lot of y'all are breaking it down into something that fits your own worldview.
Being queer, I believe it's all about challenging what I grew up with and what I was comfortable with and accepting new ideas. So whenever this discourse gets brought back up, it always feels mad anti-queer to me. It just feels like you're trying to police people on their identities, right? And that's just weird to me if I identify being queer. You know, it's just a little bit weird to me.
About this discourse, it always happens right before Pride Month too. That's all I'm saying. Yo, watch at the end of May, this discourse is gonna get brought back up again, but it's been on my For You page a little bit, but
So I think this video perfectly sums up all of the blocks I had with the concept of he, him lesbians and actually challenges those ideas. Now, a little background on me, I do have autism. So for me, when someone tells me the definition of a word and what it means, my brain will latch on to that very hard. And my black and white thinking will heavily kick in when that definition is challenged. So for me, when I was told the definition of lesbian being woman loving woman or non man loving non man, that really stuck. And a few weeks ago, I was having a conversation with my sibling about my black and white thinking, and I actually gave he, him lesbians as an example of something I know exists. I know people experience, but whenever I try to think about it, it literally breaks my brain because it can't process it. It's like, what do you mean? And then he looked at me, he was like, when I'm a he, him lesbian. And I was like, I literally know, but my brain can't compute this, which is genuinely why I'm so grateful to this content creator Afrolist for making this video, because the way she explained it just makes perfect sense to me. And I really am here for challenging the ideas and norms that you grew up with to potentially see the world in a different way, because why would you not want to challenge the ideas that you were brought up with? I really appreciate that they went kind of point by point in all of the ways that people try to dispute he, him lesbians. I know I personally had that thinking of, well, what if straight men identify as lesbians? And I so appreciate the fact that they touched on the cultural aspect of queerness and not being raised as a cis het man, as well as touching on the fact that people use the term gay as an umbrella term, and no one gets mad about that. So, I really do appreciate this content creator. Please go check them out. I think it brings up a few different, very important things about being queer and in the community that I've wanted to kind of address for a while. And which is even your favorite queer content creator sometimes has more to learn too. I know I personally am always looking to expand my point of view and being more inclusive because honestly, I know how it feels to be looked at and told that my experience isn't real. And I never want anyone to feel like that. Which brings me to my second point, which is sometimes you just won't understand something fully, and that's 100% okay. It's okay. Sometimes our brains just won't get it, and that's fine and valid. But what isn't fine is denying someone their very real lived experiences and then actively hating on them for them telling you who they are. As long as someone isn't hurting other people, sometimes you just have to stay in your own lane and say, you know what, I don't think I fully understand this. That's okay, and I'm just gonna mind my own business. Y'all, it's genuinely that easy. It's not that hard to just not hate on other people. If you're part of the LGBTQIA plus community and you're hating on others, that's not okay. We're in the same community. Please. We already have enough people hating on us enough. We don't need to hate on each other. If there are any he, him lesbians that are watching this video, just know you are valid and you are loved. And you are more than welcome here in this lovely little queer community we have on this side of the internet. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If I see any hate to he, him lesbians, just know I will be deleting it. I do not tolerate that kind of shit, so don't do it. We welcome everyone in the queer community here, and we support each other. So please be nice. Like I said before, I think it's really, really important as a queer person to keep learning and growing and keeping your mind open to what other people in the queer community are experiencing. I know it can be a little bit harder for neurospicy people, such as myself, but I know we can all do it. Everyone deserves to feel validated and loved and seen for who they really are. So, yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!